And to boost that economic growth in the Midlands, the Chancellor is pinning his hopes on new road projects announced today. The long-awaited widening of the A453 out of Nottingham will go ahead.
There's investment too in key M1 junctions and along stretches of the A14. But for public sector workers, tough times ahead, a cap on future pay rises and a prediction that more jobs will be lost. Our political correspondent Alison Mackenzie reports.
It's a government that has slashed budgets, cut schools' rebuilding programmes and presided over huge job losses in the public sector. But today, new spending on infrastructure. The A453 out of Nottingham is a notorious bottleneck, strangling growth and recovery, say council leaders. They're delighted today it's finally got the go-ahead to be widened.
This is one of the main artery roads into the city and into the county. It carries a huge number of goods and services down here. It's a major transport route for Boots, for example, and for the haulage contractors, and of course the airport at the end. And I don't think there's anybody in Nottinghamshire who's been to East Midlands Airport who hasn't actually been stuck here at some time or other. So it's just wonderful news for Nottinghamshire.
Also part of the £5 billion spend on new roads is the Kettering section of the A14. It's to be improved, as is the toll bar island close to Coventry Airport. The owner has ambitions for business parks. The announcement today, much welcomed.
The key is 10,000 jobs, 4.5 million square feet of space to create the environment in which business can grow and move. And in addition to that, of course, it puts the airport back on the map as a serious entry point to our region.
Rail fare increases to be capped at 6%, the planned 3p rise in fuel duty in January to be dropped. But tough times ahead for the public sector when their pay freeze ends, a rise of no more than 1%.
Many people in the Midlands rely on our schools and NHS. They'll be worried if more nurses are going to be losing their jobs. But many people in the Midlands also work for our public services. If they've got less money to spend, that's going to be bad for our high street. We need to get our economy moving. That means we need a plan for jobs and growth. We haven't got that today from the Chancellor.
George Osborne, though, insists his plan can help steer us through the stormy times. He believes he's begun the turnaround. Alison Mackenzie at Westminster for Central Tonight.